used to be the kind of person who always wanted to go somewhere new whenever I had a chance to travel. I loved the excitement of not knowing what was coming next, of arriving somewhere unfamiliar and letting the place surprise me. New streets to walk, new restaurants to try, new kinds of food to taste, new landmarks to take photos of, new views to enjoy and admire. And honestly, I don't regret that version of myself at all. I still love exploring new places. But somewhere along the way, my idea of travel started to shift. Now, I'm also open to going back. After living in Vietnam for more than 8 years, I've been to many cities. Some I visited once, some twice, and some more times than I can count. This is my fifth time in Dalat. The first time I came here was 7 years ago with a friend. Back then, I barely knew the city or even the country. Since then, I've been here with different groups of people. And now, I'm back again with the same friends I've been coming here with every December for the past 3 years. Ciao, Selena, and Van. If you ask me if I'd come back again, my answer is still yes. With the same people, with new ones, or even on my own. For me, coming back has never felt like settling. It feels like returning. There are familiar things I look forward to every time I'm here. Mami shumai with hot soy milk for breakfast. Going back to our favorite vegetarian restaurant for lunch. Grilled corn in the afternoon. And ending the day with spicy pork ribs for dinner. It's not exciting in a flashy way, but it's comforting. And somehow, it never gets old. And I think part of why I keep coming back is because not every trip asks the same thing from me. Some trips, I'm in the mood to do everything. The tourist spots, the activities, the long days out. Other trips, I just want to eat well, good food, warm drinks, no plans, no rush. Some trips, I just want to stay in, rest, take things slowly, and let the days pass without trying to make them productive. Same place, different needs, different pace. The past 2 Decembers we were here, Dalat welcomed us with rain, wet streets, misty mornings. The kind of weather that makes December feel more like Christmas to me. So this time, as we were coming back, I was expecting the same thing. The same rainy welcome. The same familiar December atmosphere I had been looking forward to. But when we arrived, it was different. The weather was still cool, but it was dry and clear, and it stayed that way the entire trip. Was I disappointed? Of course not. It didn't give me the Christmas vibe I was expecting, but it gave me something else instead. The chance to experience the city in a completely different way. Last year, when I came here, I was barely present. I was physically there, but my mind was somewhere else. Work and personal things were taking up too much space in my head. I hardly spoke. I didn't really engage. I kept changing my mind whether I should stay one more day or just go home. To be honest, that trip wasn't a very good experience. Not for me, and probably not for the people I was with either. I was distracted, absent-minded. But this time, I showed up differently. We went to the same places, the same restaurants, the same cafes. We ate the same kinds of food. We took photos like we always do. But we were more present. There was more laughter. There were deeper conversations. And there were more moments of silence that felt peaceful instead of awkward. We also tried a few new places. We played games, we sang and danced. We ate food we didn't try last time. It felt like a mix of old and new, but the energy was completely different. One afternoon, while my friends were napping, I went out for a walk alone. And as I walked, I started noticing things I usually miss. How the light changed throughout the day, how quiet certain streets could be, the small details you only notice when you slow down. And in that moment, I realized something else about myself too. Last year, I would have been walking with noise in my head, thinking about work, replaying conversations, worrying about what was next. But this time, my mind was calm. I wasn't rushing anywhere. I wasn't carrying the same weight. I felt relaxed, at peace. I found myself reflecting on how much I'd grown after everything I went through in 2025. The challenges, the uncertainties, the moments that forced me to sit with myself. Being there in that quiet moment, I realized I wasn't the same person who came here last year, or even the year before. And that realization made Dalat feel even more special. People think doing the same things means repeating the same experience. But I've learned that's not always true. Every time I arrive in Dalat, it feels familiar, but not boring. The weather's still cool, the fog still shows up when it wants to, the city feels calm. And yet, every time I'm here, something feels different. Sometimes it's the people I'm with, sometimes it's the conversations we have, and sometimes it's simply the version of myself that shows up. One year I came here exhausted mentally and emotionally, another year distracted and overwhelmed. And this time I came here present. Same city, same places, different mood, different energy, different me. Because it's not just a place that changes, it's us. We come back carrying different worries, different dreams, different questions. And somehow, the same place meets us exactly where we are. That's why I don't get tired of coming back. I'm not chasing novelty anymore. I'm chasing connection. Connection to the place, connection to the people I'm with, and sometimes connection to myself. There was a time when, if someone invited me somewhere I've already been, I would suggest going somewhere else, somewhere new. Now, I don't feel that way anymore. There's comfort in knowing where to go, knowing what food and drinks to order, knowing where to sit when you need to think. Comfort doesn't mean boring. It means you don't have to be on all the time. When everything is unfamiliar, you're busy just taking all in. But when something is familiar, you finally have space to reflect. That's what Dalat gives me. Space. Space to think. Space to remember. Space to notice how much or how little I've changed since the last time I was here. People say they don't want to go back because they already know what to expect, but that's exactly why I loved it. I know the city, but I don't always know myself. And every time I return, I learn something new, not just about Dalat, but also about me. Travel doesn't always have to be about seeing something new. Sometimes it's about seeing the same thing differently. Dalat has seen every version of me: the tired one, the distracted one, the quiet one, the present one. And it never judges, it just exists. And that's why I'll keep returning to the same place over and over again. Not because there's nothing else to see, but because some places don't need to be new to feel meaningful. So, if you ask me to go to Dalat with you, I'll probably say yes. I want you to experience it the way I did. I want to discover new things with you, even in places I already know. Because when you share a place with someone, it never really stays the same.